stall, pause. My eyes crawl to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Often veers a pit, clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving and grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear. Shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you can see.
Boom, yes it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello everybody and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and today is Wednesday, and we're coming to you from one of my favorite places that I like to go, especially to watch sports. And I know a lot of you have been here as well, and you guys like it too. And we are here at Industry Gastro Lounge, the North location, of course, located here on 140th Street, which is like the first light or second light past Memorial and May. That's where it's at. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you all will know how to do it, but take the Hefner Parkway or Memorial, go west to May Avenue, turn right on May Avenue, go north on May Avenue, and you can't miss it. It's right there, and then you make a right on 140th, and you can't miss it. So it's a great place to have a lot of good fun times here. So if you want to come by and stop by, you can do that. But this is where we are located today. Here are the hours that you can see right there on the screen. And so we've got a good show today. I'm excited about what we got going on today. We've got some WNBA news. We're going to talk about football, college football, because we have a big weekend coming up. Of course, we have the NFL game tomorrow, the Cowboys and the Giants. Thunder press conference. Sam Presti talked about the Thunder today. So we're going to do something with that, and then we're going to probably do another show, our first third season of After the Storm. So we're going to talk about that as well. So I'm excited about talking about that as well. So I'm excited about that and to get into detail. And we're going to give you kind of an overview today, and then we're going to get into it, because tonight is Wednesday. So we're going to start our Thunder stuff, preseason stuff on Wednesdays and start doing our podcast, because we're going to add Apple. We're going to start doing the show on a podcast, an Apple podcast, and then on YouTube, on Spotify. So we'll be doing that as well. So we're excited about making those two things happen. So that being said, hopefully everybody's having a fantastic day, enjoying your Wednesday. Of course, we had some good basketball stuff last night, some good games in the WNBA last night. The Dream, Liberty took care of business 91-82 to win their best 2 out of 3. And remember, the next round, the semifinals is 3 out of 5. So it's 2 out of 3 this round, and the home teams play the first 2 games at home, then they have one on the road. So, or what's back and forth, whatever it is. So I will see what happens on that, but the home team does play 2 games, so we'll see what happens. The Dream, the Aces took care of the Dream. That was a good game last night. The Aces kept coming back, Dream kept coming back and forth, and so that was a good game. But you can't go 0 for 11 Aces and expect to beat a really, really good team, and they have the Liberty next, so that's going to be a very good game, the New York Liberty against the Vegas Aces. So I'm excited to see that, and Asia was just a beast last night, because she always is. But the Liberty, I still want to know, how the hell do you get Sabrina Ionescu and Breanna Stewart on the same team? How do you pull that off, New York? But 2 of the best players in the WNBA on the same team, and those 2 can go at it. And Ionescu was just fantastic last night, one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Remember, she's the one that went against Steph in the NBA All-Star game. Those 2 going at it. So it's going to be fantastic watching these 2, the Dream versus the Aces in the playoffs. And here is the standings on the way everything is lined up. The New York Liberty against the Las Vegas Aces beginning September 28th, which is what? That is Saturday? Let me see. Let me pull up my calendar real quick. I want to say that's Saturday for whatever reason. Yeah, yes, that's Saturday. So that's going to be a great game between them. And then, of course, tonight you have the Lynx, the Fever, and the Sun going at it. The Sun are up 1-0 tonight. And then the Mercury and the Lynx are 1-0. So we'll see what happens in that. But the game's at 6:30. The Sun are 6-point favorites. The over-under is 163. So I think that's a lot of points. But I think Caitlin Clark will be ready to play. She came off an 11-point series. But a lot of that had to do with her getting stuck in the eye, which, you know, we talked about that a little bit. To me, that was just dirty. I mean, she literally poked her in the eye on purpose. And she went down, and there was no call, there was no nothing, no review, nothing happened to her. And to me, you know, the cheap shots against Caitlin Clark, I mean, I'm over it. I'm over it right now. I'm saying I'm sorry. I'm tired of y'all doing that. I mean, this is pathetic. This is ridiculous. And you know, for you all to have the virtual to the hate towards her is just it's stop it. And the WNBA needs to step up and do something because this is ridiculous. I mean, you know, and this is the problem I have with these girls, these ladies. Everything that you griped about, you weren't getting attention, you weren't nobody was seeing y'all, whatever. All of a sudden, Caitlin Clark comes in, you get all this attention, okay? You get all this attention. And then now that you're getting the attention, all of a sudden you're mad because it's not because of you. It's because of her. And so everybody's mad. You can see I've got my WNBA shirt on, my hoodie today. My Kobe Bryant is the one who really brought them to more prominence, more visibility, because the last thing that he took with him and Gianna was this particular hoodie. But mine this is a dry fit, and I do have the actual hoodie sweatshirt. So he was wearing the sweatshirt in his last picture that he took with his daughter at a Laker game on courtside before they passed away a couple days later. So I am wearing this in honor of the WNBA. But now going back to what I was saying is that, you know, these women are upset because, you know, they did all this and nobody paid attention to them. And like I said yesterday, you were griping about not having people coming in and watching. You were griping about, you know, having to wait in airports and, you know, how tired you were because of travel and blah, 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 blah. All this nonsense. Now Caitlin gets there. Y'all are getting paid more money. You got TV contracts that are bigger now because you're getting more eyes on you. You're getting more crowd sizes, people wanting to watch your games. And then on top of that, you now have chartered flights. And you're trying to hurt the person that has got all of that for you because you're jealous. And like I said yesterday, I'm not going to talk about, you know, her being a white girl. Is that probably part of it? Yes, I think that plays a small part of it. I think it does play a role. But do I think that's the main thing? No, I don't think that's the main thing. I think it's just simply because it's jealousy because of the fact that she's new. One, number two, she's not a UConn, you know, Husky, which all these girls who play are pretty much Huskies. They pretty much run the league. So, you know, now all of a sudden here she comes in, a girl from Iowa, nobody as far as they're concerned. She came out of nowhere the last 2 years playing her junior and senior year at Iowa, and she just came out of nowhere. So, you know, to me it's more jealousy than it is anything else. I mean, to me, that's how I look at it. Now, do I look at the fact that she is white and does that play some part of it? Yeah, 100%. I'm not going to say that's idiotic for me to say that doesn't play a role, because it does. And if you think racism is not part of the United States, it has been always, and it always will be to some degree. Now, is it as bad as it used to be? Hell no. But if it's still prevalent? Yes, it is. And is it becoming more and more prevalent to the girls that are playing today and the people that are out and the thing that's going on? Sure it is. The politics and stuff and what's happening is just a mess. Okay? It really is. But this young lady has the skills. She has the fight. She has all the things that you need to have in order to make this league better. And all the things we talked about, she led rookies in scoring. She led rookies in steals. She led rookies in assists. Okay? And three-pointers made. shooting. I mean, just down the line of what she led the WNBA rookies in. So there's no question on her value. Plus, all of a sudden, you got more jersey sales. You got more people wanting to go to the game. I mean, the Washington Mystics, they had to hold it in where the Washington plays. Okay, that's where they had it. They couldn't hold it in their facility. Why? Because of the number of people who want to watch the game. Now more and more people are trying to watch it on TV. Now you have chartered flights. And then you're pissed off because all of you all set up the league and all of you all made the league, in your eyes, what it is. Yes, 100%. But she has taken it to the next level. And remember, you guys are losing money. Over $10 million y'all are losing a year, 15, whatever it was. And now you're going to sit around, you're going to lose even more money because it's costing them $25 million just to charter flights for everybody. And then the reason why you're doing that is because of her, and then you're going to try to hurt the person there because you're jealous. And like I said, I think it's more jealousy than it is anything else. That's just my opinion. Okay, I'm sure some people, conspiracy people, want to bring it into something else. And like I said, race does play a part of it. I'm not going to say it doesn't, because I think it does. But I think it's a small part. But this young lady, the number of fouls that have been called on her, the shots that have been taken at her, but I'm sorry, when you go up to do the shot and you do this and point your fingernails down and stick it in her eye, come on now. And then the second thing is, make them cut their fingernails. You can do things. I mean, you could have taken this young lady's eye. You could have ended her career. You could have ended basically her life by stabbing her in the eye, and nothing happened. And like I said, all you got to do is just, hey, you want to act like that? Boom, sit for a game. Take a paycheck out of them. Fine them for that game and then send them on the game. I promise you that stuff will stop. And then my other thing is, where are your teammates at? I promise you in the NBA, if somebody took out one of their players, I promise you somebody's going to take somebody out. Because everybody forgets when Charles Oakley was with Chicago and they were doing the same thing to Jordan. Now, Jordan's black, so you can't really blame it on race then. And they were playing dirty, they did all kinds of things to him, but he had an enforcer, Charles Oakley. And he wasn't allowing that to happen. You know, where are you at, Boston? Where are you at, Mitchell? Where's your girls at? Where's somebody to support you? I mean, they poked your girl in the eye and you did nothing. You didn't go hurt somebody. You didn't take somebody out. You didn't do a fight. You didn't do anything. I have an issue with that. You hurt one of my players. You go after one of my players. I can promise you, I'm coming after you. I can promise you I'm coming after you. You ain't going to take out one of them. You going to put a dirty play on me? Yeah, I'm going to waste a foul. I'm going to waste a foul on you. I'm going to waste a foul. Sure I am. You ain't going to do that. Now, remember, if you have any questions or any comments that you want to say, please go to YouTube, like, subscribe, hit notifications, search The Unpopular Hour. Let me pull this up so I make it easier for you guys right here. Go to YouTube, search The Unpopular Hour, Matt Clark, like, subscribe, hit notifications, okay? And that way you guys can comment. And because I know some of these comments are probably going to come in my Facebook, but I won't be able to see it until after the show's over with, and I'll comment back or reply to your comment, or if you have a question or anything, I can do it afterwards. But if you want it to be done on the show, search The Unpopular Hour, Matt Clark. And then, of course, when we do After the Storm, our third season of doing that, we'll be able to do that. So we'll talk more about that here in a minute. But like I said, my frustration level is very high right now because, to me, you know, where are your teammates at? Okay? Where are your teammates at? Me and a lot of other guys, we were talking about this the other day. There's no way in hell we're going to let that go. In the NBA, you're not going to let that go. You're not letting that go. Okay? And I can promise you, if somebody hits Steph Curry like that, you think Draymond ain't going to take him out, or he ain't going to get you? Yeah, he going to get you. And that's my problem with these girls. Not one of y'all are coming to her defense. And on top of that, what are y'all doing trying to hurt her? I mean, to me, if you want to, shoulder check her and knock her down, whatever, but hitting her across the head and then deliberately taking your fingernails and jabbing her in the eye, I have an issue with that. You don't purposely try to hurt someone. You could have ruined her life. You could have scratched her eyelid where she could not play anymore. She could not see. Do you hate the girl that much that you do that? I have an issue with that. I have an issue with that. I mean, to me, I don't. That there's no place for when you're deliberately trying to hurt somebody, and there's no way in hell she can say she didn't because she went like this and then did this and then jabbed her right now. There's no question she tried to do that on purpose. Oh, I wasn't. Yeah, you did. When you do your nails and you bend them down and you go right at her eye, yeah, I don't. There's no place in life for that. There's definitely no place in sports for that. I have a serious issue with that because to me, that right there, you can hurt somebody. You could permanently disable her because you hate her that much. You're that jealous. And guess what? If she goes away, you think you're gonna be getting chartered flights? You think you're gonna be getting viewership? You think you're gonna be making more money because she ain't playing? Come on. That is just. I'm sorry, that to me, that's just uncalled for. I don't, and I'm sorry that I'm a little fired up about it, but I mean, to me, as somebody who has been taken out before on a dirty play, I have no tolerance for that. And it took me 2 years to get him back. And he's the only person in my life that I've ever tried to hurt. Only person in my life I've ever tried to hurt on purpose. And I tried to make sure he didn't have kids anymore. Had any kids? That's why I mean. I was going to be the player of the year. He took me out of that, and it just I'm not I'm not one of these people who let a lot of stuff go. But to me, that right there, there's no place for that. But what's going to be interesting tonight? They play each other at 6:30, so I'm going to be watching that game to see what transpires and what's said and how the officials are going to be watching the game and what they're going to do. But to me, something like that, throw her ass out. There's no room for that. Throw her ass out and be done with it. Throw her ass out and be done with it. Now, we talked about the Thunder and what's happening with them, and here is our Thunder news. That what's happening. The Thunder signed guard Javante Cook to an exhibit 10 contract. He averaged 16 points, 5.1 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 1.1 steals, playing for the T-Wolves Iowa G League team last year. And he played well. He's a shooter, but, when I look at that, I'm like, okay, he's a G League and he's scoring, but, hey, maybe give him one more year. Because we're set, I think, on what we need to do as a team and where we need to be, okay? And, with that, Sam Presti had his press conference, and we're going to go into further detail about everything that Sam said today. And I'm just kind of going to go over some of the stuff that Sam said today. Talking about our team, talked about Chet and J-Dub, talking about I know at the end of the year both players will be better. I think that's no question about that because they got better. And, on Alex Caruso's extension, says he can't have that talk until December. So that's true because he has to wait for a line before he can talk about a long-term contract. But I think that Alex Caruso is going to fit well with what we're trying to do. I believe that. And I also think that opens the door for that. But my issue that I have, and I've asked a couple of people about this, okay? And, also he talked about Jay Will. And I like Jay Will too, and you guys know I like Jay Will. And I think Jay Will is going to be a nice addition, but he's going to have to go to another level because his first year taking charges was fantastic. I think that he kind of plateaued a little bit last year, leveled out a little bit. I think he needs to take his game to the next level, going back to where he was the first year, knocking down threes, taking charges, and definitely boxing out and being more defensively, stronger defensive on the defensive end. That's what I think about him. But the problem that I have, what I was saying is what we're talking about SGAs. And they asked about SGA's impact. And, I talked to my guy, Drew Hinthorn, about this. I called my guy, Randy Wright of YMB, and I asked him about it. And I talked to a couple people here at Industry about it. Sorry. Sam Presti on SGA's impact. Quotes, "You have to become a two-way player. You can't just have the ball and cook. That's not a formula to win." Let me repeat that. You have to become a two-way player. You can't just have the ball and cook. That's not a formula to win. That's not a formula to win. That's not a formula to win. So the question I proposed to these people, a couple of my friends back here, they're behind me, you can't see them, here at the bar, and then my guy Randy Wright at YNB and my guy Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. What was their definition of a two-way player? You got a SGA who was top 5 in scoring. I believe he's top 3 in scoring, and led the league in steals. Now, I mean, I don't know what does that mean? What does a two-way player mean? Because as far as I know, what two-way player are you talking about? You damn sure ain't talking about Jada because he can't play defense, can't guard nobody on the perimeter, so damn sure wasn't talking about him. The only other person you could probably talk about is Chet blocking shots. Okay, but to me, what is his definition of a two-way player? I wish somebody in the Oklahoma City media would have asked him that question. Now, once again, in the national media, had he been sitting in the front of that, he would have got asked that question. Somebody would have asked him that question, like, well, what is your definition of a two-way player? Because that's my thing is, if you're led the league in steals and you are the top 3 or 5 in scoring, led the league in 30-point games, we were the number 1 seed because of what he was doing offensively, taking the pressure off everybody else so that everybody else could be free. Because what we do know and what we do from watching the games is if he wasn't cooking, as you say, then everybody else is trying to play above themselves because they're not ready. They weren't ready. And because of him being able to score and put other teams where they had to focus so much on him, it allowed everybody else to play freely. Now, that's how I saw the game. That's how ESPN saw the game. That's how all these everybody else saw the game. But the Oklahoma City Thunder management clearly doesn't see the game that way. I don't understand what a two-way player is in his mind. I would like to know. I wish somebody would ask him the question. What is your definition of a two-way player? Please, somebody have the balls to ask him, what is his definition of a two-way player? You can't just hold the ball and cook. What the hell does that mean? You want ball movement, you pass the ball to other guys who can't handle under pressure. You got a guy who shoots 61% in the closing minutes of a game to win or to tie or win games. And you don't want the ball in his hands. You want it in J-Dubs. Now, somebody here said that that's because they don't want to pay SGA. That's what I've said all along. They don't want to pay him. But if I'm SGA, I'm going to still play the way I'm playing. If you don't like it, trade me. I'm going to score. I'm going to play my game. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to lead this team and let everybody else be number 2A, 2B, 2C, or 3A, 3B, whatever it is. But I'm going to do what I do and let everybody else do, because that's the formula for us to win. And it has been since 2.5 years ago when he and Josh first started this run. And then up last year, not this last year, before last. Then what we did that to him. And then this past year. So let him cook, if that's what you want to call it. Keep the ball and cook. So why? So everybody else can just relax, SGA. So everybody else can relax. That's what I say. You hold the ball and cook. If that's what it's going to take, you hold the ball and cook. But my issue with him is, Sam, what does that mean? What does that mean, Sam Presti? What does that mean? I don't understand what that means. I can see that every time I start talking bad about the Thunder or start saying something contrary, people leave the chat. Instead of asking questions on why are you asking that, or give me your opinion on it, don't just walk away. Don't leave the chat on Snap. I mean on YouTube. Give me your opinion. Just my opinion. Tell me I'm wrong. Give me your opinion. Explain to me why that is, please. I would like to know. I would like to know what the hell is a two-way player in his mind. Number 2, what's a two-way player in your mind? And number 3, what part of what I'm saying is bad? Just ask it. Just want to know, because I don't understand what he was saying. I don't get it. I don't understand it. So, but if I'm SGA, I'm gonna continue to do what I do, and if you don't like it, trade me. Now, the good news for the Thunder is Kawhi Leonard underwent surgery this offseason, which could open the door for the Thunder could get the number 1 overall pick if the Clippers, of course, fall where they're going to fall, and if they end up pulling the number 1 seed, we get their pick this year. So that would be sweet if that happened, okay? Because this year's draft is going to be a lot better because remember, Cooper Flagg is going to be in the draft this year. That would be nice to get him, wouldn't it? Can you imagine SGA, J-Dub, Chet, Cooper Flagg, oh my God, Hawkinson. I mean, my mind just went blank. Can you imagine that grouping? Hardenstein. How good would that be? How good would that be? Okay? I mean, or you put Hardenstein in him, or you put Chet in him, and then you keep Caruso on 3 and J-Dub at the 2 and SGA at the 1. So I'm excited about that. I don't know how the Clippers feel about that. Probably not very good, but we're going to discuss that in detail about this tonight. And remember, the first preseason game is October 7th, which I'm excited about. Then, of course, we play the Rockets, we play Spurs, and I don't know, I mean, we're going to have a little bit of guys there, but, I mean, for the most part, those guys are going to play a little bit. And, of course, in Oklahoma City, the 9th, they're going to play a little bit more, October 9th, 7 p.m. Then we have the Nuggets, October 15th. And remember, October 10th is my birthday, and they are going to have an exhibition game against New Zealand Basketball League, whatever the team, whatever they are. And, of course, that had to be on my birthday, and, of course, I will not be there. And we will not be doing a show that night, for sure. And then October 15th, OKC at the Nuggets, and I'm sure that's going to be somewhat played, and we really don't do – we'll probably do a show after the first night just to kind of see, and maybe the second night, the second game, which of course is here on a Wednesday night. So Monday night and then Wednesday night. So we'll see how that works out. And then the Hawks at Oklahoma City on the 17th, which is the following Thursday. I'm not going to doubt if I watch that simply because, I mean, I don't think Trey is going to play. So that's kind of how I see that. But our preseason schedule is right here. And this is what it's going to look like, and this is what you need to do. So, like I said, at the Spurs the 7th. Then, of course, October 9th, which is on a Wednesday, I will be here for that game just to kind of see that first preseason game at home. And depending on what we do, and I know the guy won't be there the whole time, and I'm sure the commander won't either, simply because we want to see kind of what they look like and what the flow is. And then that's probably all. They're going to probably play a quarter, if that, and they'll be done because you got to get them some sort of flow to see what they're doing. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, remember, guys, we are here today. Man, I can't clear my throat. I don't know what the heck it is. Sorry. I hate to be doing that, while you guys are on. But we are here at Industry Gastro Lounge, located on 140th, just east of May. So you want to take Broadway Extension or Memorial to May, go north. And that main stoplight right there, there's 2 stoplights. So the second stoplight you come to, you want to make a right there on 140th. And if you make a right there, you can't miss it on the right-hand side. Big, beautiful facility. Anyway, but Industry Gastro Pub and Lounge is where I'm at today, and you guys want to do it. And like I said, it's 2800 Northwest 140th, Memorial or Broadway or the Turnpike. Take May exit, go north. And the second stoplight, you want to make a right and come back east. Am I right, June? That's right. That's correct. So either way, that's what you do for that. And so anyway, that's the place, and we are at. Hey, do y'all have any specials we got going on this week? What do you got going on this week?
Everything on the menu is a special.
No, I'm saying game wise or anything. What do y'all have coming? I know that
Our happy hour is always 2 to 7.
I know, but are y'all going to do something special with the WNBA? Do y'all have specials with WNBA or only NBA games and only NFL games? You have drink specials, don't you?
Yeah, happy hour.
Till 7?
Yeah.
What about after that? So you're telling me
We
if the
don't want
Thunder,
them,
so you
we
said
don't want them overly intoxicated after 7.
that's true. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
It's gonna start getting dark pretty soon at 5.
Yeah, it is gonna get early now. That's my guy June, the GM over here doing his thing, trying to help us out on the other side. So, but remember, if you want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, SRB. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our guys up. They love to be behind the scenes. So if you have a complex or something that you're building, hey, get those guys up. They'd love to be able to make sure that everything is laid out properly and there will be no flooding or anything. So call my guys over there. Plus, if you have a water treatment plant, man, oh man, who does not like clean drinking water? Hit our guys up over there. Collaborative Logic, if you have needs for computers or software to help make your office run smoother, or website design. Like I said, they're doing our websites right now. They're upgrading our website so we can sell gear. And I think we're going to start selling the Unpopular Hour and After the Storm gear too as well. So I think I want to do that and add that to our list of shirts and stuff that we want to sell there at on our website there, the mcsportsnetwork.com. That's www.mcsportsnetwork.com. Go in there and pull it up and you'll be able to buy stuff, and we'll let you know exactly when it is, and we'll pop that website up so you can see what I am talking about, and plus you can watch all the past shows. Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit my boy Jose up over there. He'd love to take care of you, to move any of that around for you so you can get that done. And of course, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. They will take care of you, so we appreciate what they do for us, making everything happen for us here at on After the Storm. Of course, I mean, the Unpopular Hour, so they take very good care of us, so please go and watch them. Now, what you can do is you can go online and pre-qualify at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com, or go into any of their 5 locations. The main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, located 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40, right in front of the hospital. You cannot miss it. And then, of course, YNB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur on the north side. You cannot miss it, about halfway down from MacArthur. It's actually closer to MacArthur than it is to Rockwell. Cannot miss it, just west of Rockwell. West of MacArthur. Cannot miss it on the north side of the street there. It's really fantastic. And then, of course, Elm Grove Clothing. My guy hooked me up, Binky Triplet. And, of course, I still need to put a picture of my suit on there so you can see what kind of gear the guy has. I mean, he's fantastic. In fact, I need to put that up here, and I'll get a picture and put that up so you can see what kind of clothing he has. But check my guy out, Jonathan Binkley Triplet, 405-332-8787. Hey, and by all means, hey, text him. You know, he's got some great suits, got great fabric. He'll come out and get all your measurements, everything together, and then shoot you out a suit. And I'm telling you what, hey, I'll look good as a mother. Not as good as my date at the Santa Fe Family Life Center John F. Kennedy Awards. My date made me look great, but, I did not make her look bad as her plus one. Okay? But anyway, 405-332-8787. Hit him up. And then, of course, Taste of Western is coming up. Boy, don't you love Taste of Western? It's on Thursday, October 24th from 6 to 9. Here's a sponsorship form located here. Here are all the different sponsorships that you can choose from if you choose to be a sponsor. You can do that. Here are the forms that you can use for that to be a sponsor of Taste of Western. It is a fantastic event, and but it's really good. Here are the different 6,000, 3,500, 2,500, what all you get for those. And, of course, sponsored by MidFirst Bank, First National Bank, Will Rogers Theater, Benny Keith, and, of course, Legacy Cleaners. And we love some Legacy Cleaners. They take very good care of us. So I love some Legacy Cleaners. That's where I go. They are my people who take care of my clothes and do all my cleaning. So they are fantastic. So I suggest that you go ahead and use Legacy. I love them. They are very good. Love them. But here's all the information. If you want to call, if you want to sponsor or have any information, it's all right here for you. Right here, here's the information right here for you to call or contact them if you're looking at sponsorships, hey, it's going to be a good event. I know I'm going to be there October 24th from 6 to 9 on Thursday. It's always a good deal. And plus, Thursday night is free night for me. I like going out and do that all. I don't know why it does that for whatever reason. I thought they got their internet fixed over here, but it has not. We got to work on getting that done over here. I got to talk to June again because he said that they had gotten that fixed. So, but anyway, the Dallas Cowboys game is tomorrow. I don't know why it was working fine, and then of course it reconnected. There we go. Cowboys and Giants. The Giants are +4, over under 44 now. Tomorrow I will update all of these. These were Monday's deals or Tuesdays, so I will update all of this on tomorrow. The latest as far as the over under and the spread. I'll update that tomorrow when I do the show. So, but anyway, some big games. They're here up. I'm going to probably at the 12 o'clock deal on CBS. Our options are the Vikings and the Packers. The Steelers and the Colts, the Jaguars and the Texans. And being close to Texas, I'm sure they'll probably throw us on the Jaguars and Texans. If I had my choice, I probably would want to watch the Vikings and the Packers if I had my choice on what I would like to see. That's just me on what I said, 12 o'clock game. And then, of course, the afternoon game, clearly the Chiefs and the Chargers. Justin Herbert is going to try to play, so we'll see how that works. But if I had my choice, that's who I would like to see. Is that game would be that, of course, the evening game of the Bills at the Ravens. Oh, my goodness. Woo! I cannot wait to watch that game. Cannot wait to watch it. I'm telling you right now. So, but anyway, I'm sorry everybody who is on YouTube. I don't know why it does this. It was working fine, and now it's slipping as far as the uptime. I mean, I thought June we had fixed that, but we didn't. And, of course, Monday night we're back to 2 games again. Titans at the Dolphins. I have no desire to watch that whatsoever. And, of course, the Seahawks versus the Lions, which is the game I'm probably going to watch. I think that's going to be the game, kind of like the Bengals and Washington Commanders the other night. So if I have to watch a game, that's probably what I'm going to watch, I would think. Yeah, that's what I'm watching. What am I thinking? This thing's short, guys, because it's just coming back and forth. And remember, tonight we'll have it. But anyway, here are the games. Colorado versus Texas versus Kansas -2. Colorado and UCF at UCF, 14-point favorites for UCF. Then, of course, Iowa State at Houston +13. They're terrible. And then Cincinnati versus Tech -3-point favorites at home. Hard to win in Lubbock in anything. Basketball, baseball, football, whatever. When you go to Lubbock, it's hard to win there. And then, of course, Arizona at Utah. Utah 12-point favorites in that game. And then when you look at the rest of the college schedule, these are the big games to me. Louisville at Notre Dame +5 at home. Game will be on Peacock on Saturday afternoon. OU versus Auburn. Talking about a game OU has to win. They have to win. They've got to win. They've got to win. They have no choice to go. They got to get. Because they still have Georgia, they still have Texas, they still have Alabama, they still have LSU, and they still have Ole Miss left. So if you got to beat the games. You got to win the team, beat the teams you're supposed to beat. But you can see right there, Auburn is -2.5-point favorites. Nobody has confidence in OU's line. And we'll see what happens in their skill positions and what they can do with that. Georgia at Alabama. Oh, I cannot wait for that game. Whoa. Georgia at Alabama. Alabama's +7. Georgia they're home dogs at Alabama. Whoa, I don't know about that. Tuscaloosa's hard to win at. We're going to have to see how that's going to work out. And then Illinois at Penn State. -2.5. That's not 29.5. That's -2.5. That's a misprint right there. That's -2.5. There's not no 29 points. There's no way Penn State is favored over them by 29. That's my bad, guys. I apologize for that. So, maybe it's got something to do with my Tennessee orange shirt I have on. But it is the WNBA colors, the W colors. That's what it is, and that's how it's working. So, but anyway, we keep popping in and out, so we're going to have to figure out how to do this internet thing, but we've got it worked out. I think it was working fine, and then 45 minutes into the show, this is what happened. So that being said, I want to thank everybody here in the industry taking care of us with the food and everything like that. All my boys got to come in. I got to see and holler at those guys, and we appreciate them for everybody else, you guys have a